Going to be a great basketball game. Let's give you the starting lineups for our game tonight. First of all, for the Chokia-Alberta Spartans, starting at a guard in the playmaker form is number 11, Eric Quackenbush, a 5'8 junior. He may be only 5'8, but he plays with a lot of heart. He's all over the court. He's a good one. And another guard will be number 3, Steve Hartman, a 6'1 senior. Up front for him at the forward spot will be number 23, Josh Backman. Backman is a 6-foot senior. The other forward will be number 43, Drew LeClaire. LeClaire is a 5'11 senior. The big guy in the middle is number 33, Bruce Ritter. He's a 6'5 senior for the CA Spartans. Steve Hartman, Eric Quackenbush, Josh Backman, Bruce Ritter, and Drew LeClaire, the starting 5 for the CA Spartans. Now for the Ortonville Trojans, starting at the guard will be number 13, Nathan Thompson. Nathan goes about 5'10", is a junior. At the other starting guard spot will be number 55, Andy Ross, and Andy's the playmaker for the Trojan. He makes things go. He's a 5'11 senior. At a forward spot will be number 21, Jordan Bodker, 6'1 senior. Jordy's been a little shooting slump. We're hoping maybe he breaks out of it tonight. The other forward spot will be number 41, Pete Ross, a 6-foot junior. He's had a nice tournament. And starting at center will be number 43, Skip Letcher, 6'3 senior. It's Nate Thompson, Andy Ross, Skip Letcher, Pete Ross, and Jordan Bodker. The Chokia-Alberta Spartans are coached by Paul Bailey and assisted by Harlan Ulrich. And the Trojans coached by Kyle Kirby and assisted, of course, by Jim Castle and David Diddle. So we're about ready. The Trojans will be the home team in this game. They'll be wearing the orange uniforms. CA will be in their white uniforms with the red numerals and red trim. This place is packed down. This is what it's all about, tournament atmosphere. Tanner Rademacher will see a lot of action for the Trojans tonight, as will, of course, Ross Wigman, who will be back at it again, and you also hear Dan Roush's name mentioned a lot as well. Players out in the court now shaking hands. It'll be Ritter and Letchard jumping center here for the two teams. Trojans go left to right in front of us. Oh, it's loud. Actually, it was Bodker jumping center, and it's controlled by the Spartans, and Quackenbush will bring it up for CA. Nate Thompson will be on him. That'll be a good matchup to follow tonight. Swings it over now to number 43, Drew LeClaire. LeClaire goes down low. It's kicked around and out of bounds, and it will stay Chokia basketball. So the Spartans, Hartman inbounds it to LeClaire. Back to Hartman. Pete Ross guarding him. Hartman drives. That dishes it off to Backman, puts up the shot and scores. Andy Ross with it now for the Trojans, as CA will jump down into their zone defense. Nate Thompson now left side, swings it back over to Andy Ross into the corner. Jordan Bodker back out to Andy Ross, swings it over to Nate Thompson. Nate down in the corner now to Pete Ross left side. Pete back out to Nate. Down low, Letchard has trouble handling the basketball. Now they battle for it. Bodker picks it up, still has control of it, now loses it, and it goes into the hands of Ritter. Boy, they had Skip wide open. Skip couldn't control the pass, and the Spartans have it. Back one now to LeClaire. Player back out right side, looking low to Ritter, nothing there. Now gets it back out to Eric Quackenbush. Quackenbush goes off the screen by LeClaire, drives, and we're going to get a foul on the way to the basket. Okay. Nate Thompson picks up the foul, his first, team first. They inbound it. Backman drives, got a layup up and in. He's got 4, and CA leads it 4-zip. Nate Thompson now drives, dishes it over to Skip Letchard. Letchard back out to Andy Ross, over to Nate Thompson. Bodker down low to Pete Ross. Pete back to Bodker. Jordan looking inside, nothing there. Top of the key, Thompson swings it left side, Andy Ross. Back out to Bodker. Jordan into the corner now, Andy Ross. Back out to Botker. They don't take many dribbles. They like to whip that basketball around. Andy Ross in the corner now. Now he'll drive. Nothing there. Gets it down low to Pete Ross. Pete back out to Andy Ross. Good defense here by the Spartans. Pete with it down low. Back out to Botker. Botker for three. And he hits it! With it now is Backman in the land of the Giants. It's blocked. He gets his own offensive rebound. Back up and in. Boy, good effort. Then he's fouled. Check that, Hartman. Steve Hartman. His foul was on Pete Ross, and that'll be his first foul. So count the basket for Steve Hartman. My mistake there. Backman's 23, Hartman's 3. So Hartman gets his first two. He'll go to the free throw line. 3-point lead for Chokia-Alberta, and he hits the free throw. Spartans have come to play. They're leading 7-3 with 5:32 to play first quarter. Andy Ross swings it over to Dan Roush, who's into the game now for the Trojans. Roush now inside to Wigman. Wigman loses it on the way to the basket. We're going to get a foul. I think Hartman is going to pick up the foul, and that'll be his first. Wigman gets it down low to Tanner. Rademacher gets the shot up, can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Bruce LeClaire. Or Drew LeClaire, excuse me. Now we're going to get a foul in the backcourt. And for Dan Roush, that'll be his first third-team foul. OCA will inbound it. Backman will inbound it. And he gets it into Quackenbush, and Eric Quackenbush will bring it up here and run the offense for the CA Spartans. Roush guarding him. Dan Roush, Tanner Rademacher, and Ross Wigman all checked into the game now for the Trojans. Backman free throw line off the mark. Rebound to Jordan Botker. And we're going to get a foul. Boy, they're setting the tone early, Cal. So the Trojans with it. Foul was on LeClaire, his first. Rademacher in the corner, left side. Now back out to Dan Roush. Swings it over to Andy Ross. Back to Dan Roush, over to Botker. Jordan's open. Shot way short, but there's Andy Ross. He'll put it up. Doesn't get it to go, and now we're going to get a foul on Tanner Rademacher climbing over the back. Thought maybe Andy might draw a foul, but it's 7-3 with 4.5 to go. The Spartans from Chokia-Alberta leading the Trojans here in this first quarter. LeClaire has it now. Andy Ross guarding him. Over to Eric Quackenbush. Quackenbush right side. Looking low for Ritter. Boy, Roush and Mitch match there. Shot up. Bounces around no good. Wigman comes down with it. Oh, now we're going to get a foul on Andy Ross. Steal by the Trojans. Andy Ross with it over to Wigman. Oh, and he tried to throw it down low. Now it goes out of bounds, and it will be a Ortonville basketball. Well, a little sloppiness there. Ross is just going to have to kind of play through some of the rustiness and not playing a lot. So the Trojans with it. Thompson just checked into the game for Botker. Dan Roush with it now left side. Back out on top, Andy Ross. Swings it over to Nate Thompson. Thompson back to Andy Ross, over to Dan Roush. Left side, back to Andy Ross. Now Nate Thompson with it. Nate looks low. Nothing there. Now over to Andy Ross. Andy looked at a three, passed it up. Now he'll drive, dish it off to Nate Thompson. Nate drives, dishes to Tanner Rademacher. Will pull up for the jumper, and he hits it. Makes our score 7-5. Trojans now put on the full court pressure. And there's a steal by Nate Thompson. Boy, they're quick. Nate pulls up for the jumper, and he hits it. I don't know if we can even hear ourselves anymore. That was unbelievable crowd noise. With it now is the Spartans. Quackenbush over to LeClaire. LeClaire looks low now. He's got Ritter. Ritter puts up the shot and he hits it. The Spartans back up by 1 at 9-8. Into the corner, it's Rademacher. Tanner drives baseline. Now we're going to get a foul. I think Ritter's going to pick the foul on the floor. He does. That'll be his first, and that's the third team foul for the Spartans. So the Trojans will inbound it. We've got 2:50 to play. Hartman checks in now. He'll come in for LeClaire. Also into the game is Matt Rack, number 53. Shot by Wigman is missed. Into the hands of Eric Quackenbush. CA leads by 1, 9-8. Backman with it now. Back to Quackenbush. He'll put up the jumper. Off the mark. Rademacher with the rebound. And Tanner will bring it up for the Trojans. Over to Andy Ross. Back to Tanner Rademacher. Tanner puts up the shot. He's fouled. Oh, and didn't get the basket, but he's fouled. He'll shoot 3. Yeah, absolutely. Tanner hits the first free throw. He's got 2 more here. Ties it up at 9. The second free throw is also good. And now Skip Letchard will check in for Ross Wigman. So third free throw for Rademacher is also good. And just like that, Tanner has had a great tournament off the bench with 5 points. The Trojans are up by 2. They'll put on the full court pressure here. Quackenbush in the backcourt. Now to Backman. Backman back to Quackenbush. Quackenbush up court he goes to Pat Rock. Rock drives, slashes, puts up the shot. They're going to call it foul. Don't count the basket. Jordan Bacher with it now with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left to play in this first quarter. Bacher now drives over to Roush in the corner. Nothing there for Dan. Back out to Nate Thompson. Nate, top of the key. Now there's the siege Roush, and Roush gets the layup. CA breaks the press. Hartman, top of the key, will throw up the 3, and he hits it. He's got 6, and it's a 1-point Trojan lead with 1.5 minutes to play. Bacher now plays off a screen, dishes it off to Thompson in the corner. He'll put up the shot, and Nate hits a 3. Oh, this is going to be a shootout. And there's a steal. Pete Ross up and in. Trojans with another steal. Ross drives, hits it. Coach Daly will use the timeout, and it is loud. It's a full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute here on Power 106.3 and KDIO. Thank you, Jeremy. CA with it. Rock puts up a shot in the corner. It's blocked by Skip Letchard and into the hands of Nate Thompson. 43 seconds to play here in this first quarter. There's a pass tipped away, but Andy Ross fields it into the corner. Now we're going to get a foul. Oh, big play. Foul's going to be on Josh Backman, his first. And Nate Thompson puts up a three. And that's going to be the third foul on Steve Hartman. And that's big for CA. Nate Hines now will check in for Steve Hartman. As Nate Thompson will go to the free throw line, and I believe he'll shoot three here. Trojans lead at 20-12. What a flurry here late in this first quarter. Shot off the front end of the rim, no good. Second shot coming up. Nate hits that one for a free throw. And Nate hits the second. Nate 2 of 3 in that series, and Trojans now up by 10. Backcourt pressure again by the Trojans. Boy, they just get you all over the court. Now LeClaire gets it and steal by Skip Letchard. That's defensive pressure. Bakker, offensive rebound, puts it up and in. Trojans up by 12. There's another turnover in the backcourt with 8 seconds to go. Thompson to inbound it with 8 seconds to play in the first quarter. Bakker swings it over to Ross, to Thompson. They got 5 seconds. Back to Ross. Back to Pete Ross. He'll put it up. Oh, and off the back end of the rim, no good. The first quarter's in the books at Thorntonville 24, CA 12. Second quarter action in 1 minute. All right, thanks, Jeremy. Trojans will get the ball to start the second quarter out. And what an ending to that first quarter. Now a steal by the Spartans. With it is Backman. He'll drive. And we're going to get a blocking foul. Oh, they're going to call a charge. Wow. Backman picks up his second foul. Oh, we'll take her. Bakker with it now for the Trojans. Quackenbush on him. Dan Roush with it now left side. He'll dribble back out on top to Andy Ross. Andy now swings it over to Bakker, and Jordan looks inside. Nothing there. Back out to Tanner. Tanner Rademacher goes low to Roush. Roush back out to Wigman. Free throw line. Nice pass underneath, but eludes with Tanner Rademacher into the hands of Drew LeClaire. He'll hand it off to Quackenbush, who will set things up here for the Spartan offense. Left side LeClaire. Looking for Rack down low. Now they've got Ritter. Top of the key. Puts up the shot. Bounces around no good. Rebound to Andy Ross. Up court he goes to Wigman. Wigman drives. Lays it up and in. (26-12), just underway second quarter. LeClaire back out to Quackenbush. Now Rack will put up the long shot off the back end of the rim, and Bachler goes high for that board. Up court he goes to Wigman. Wigman slashes, drives, can't get it to go. Tanner puts it up and in, and he's, nope, they didn't fall. Backcourt pressure again by the Trojans. Quackenbush crosses it. Now we're going to get a foul on Dan Roush. That'll be the second on Dan. Backman with it now, gets it over to LeClaire. LeClaire goes to Ritter, but it's stolen by Tanner Rademacher and into the hands of Andy Ross. Good defense by Tanner. Nate pulls up for three. Off the rim, no good. Wigman rebound, puts it up and in. We'll take a 30-second break and back with more action. The Trojans are on a 17-0 run right now, leading 30-12 with 6 minutes to play in the first half. Quackenbush now with it. Thompson guarding him right side. Out on top, it's Backman. He'll put it up, and the draft's over. Backman hits the three. Now Bachler drives. He'll lay it up and in. And Jordan's got 7 points. The Trojans up 32-15. LeClaire in the lane. Shot blocked by Andy Ross. Wigman picks it off. Wigman will bring it up for the Trojans. Free throw line. Left-handed shot. Oh, he gets it. Unbelievable. Quackenbush now with it. Left side LeClaire. Backman will pull up for the jumper and he hits it. He's got 9, leading the CA Spartans in that column. CA down by 17. Nate Thompson now will drive. Shot blocked by Ritter. It's on Ritter. That's his second. Free throw for Nate Thompson is good. Nate makes his other free throw. Nate 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. The Trojans lead at 36-17. Near steal in the backcourt. Quackenbush with it now for the Trojans. Gets it over now to Backman. Into the corner. Hines with the shot. Up and in. Nate Hines first 2 points. The other way we go. Wigman can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. Shot up. No good. And we're going to get a foul underneath. Yep. So we'll go the other way, and that'll put the Spartans in the bonus. So both teams will be in the bonus now here the rest of the half. Pete Ross and Skip Letcher come in. Ross Wigman and Tanner Rademacher go out. Wigman 6 off the bench, and Tanner Rademacher with 7 off the bench. That's pretty good production. Free throws no good by Nate Hines. Trojans push it up court. Botker now drives the lane. Dishes now in the corner to Pete Ross. Boy, Pete looked at the shot, passed it up. Now Nate Thompson, cross-court pass to Andy Ross, left corner, it's Letcher. Now Pete Ross at the wing. Back down low to Letcher, back to Pete. Now Pete looks to drive. Up from there, back out to Andy Ross. 4 minutes to play in the first half. Now Pete drives baseline, right side, pulls up for the shot. In and out, no good. Comes down in the hands of Backman. They're going to call a traveling on Backman. Pete Ross now with the top of the key. Now Botker back over to Andy Ross. Into the corner, Letcher will put up the shot. It's off the mark. Rebound, Ritter. He dishes it off now to Quackenbush. Quackenbush, guarded by Thompson. Hines has it left side. Back out to Quackenbush. They swing it around the back on the right side. He looks to drive. Pulls up. Now passes it underneath the Ritter. He loses it. Knocked out of his hands again, but now we're going to get a reach-in foul, and I think Andy Ross is going to pick that one up. And for Andy, that'll be his second foul. Ritter's free throw is good. Tanner Rademacher came in. Andy Ross will grab a breath. Ritter will have a second free throw. And that one's no good. It's 36-20. Trojans on top with 3.5 to play here in the first half. Letcher now to Botker. Jordan with it. Hines guarding him. Now Thompson with it. Over to Tanner Rademacher. Tanner off the screen. Gets it back to Letcher. Botker pulls up free throw line. Shot off the mark. The battle underneath, and Ben Reimers pulls that one down. Ritter with it now, back out on top, it's Backman. He'll pull up for another jumper. In and out, no good. Reimers with the offensive board. And we're going to get a foul, I think, on Letcher, who tried for the block and got a little of the body. So now Reimers will go to the free throw line. And the first free throw is no good. After this, next foul for each team, and it's the double bonus. So it'll be 2 shots from here on out. Each team with 9 fouls. Yes, he does. Jordan Botker running the point now for the Trojans. Rademacher in the paint, dishes it to Pete Ross. Pete loses it out of bounds off his leg, and that'll be a turnover into Spartans' hands now. Quackenbush with it now for the Spartans. Hines with it, drives the lane, pulls up, shot, in and out, rebound, Pete Ross. Tanner Rademacher turns it up. Wigman in the corner, back out now to Botker. 2:20 to play first half. Pete will throw up the shot, off the mark. Wigman offensive rebound, not at his hands by Hines, and Hines drives. He'll lay it up. Oh. No. Nate looked like he got down there, but referee said a little too late. He'll pick up the blocking foul. Hines' free throw is off the mark, no good. Yeah. I switched those 2 plays. Second free throw for Hines. Yep. So don't count it. It didn't count anyway. He didn't make it. So Trojans will have it here with 2:10 left to play. 36-21. It's Ortonville. Coach Kirkby's going to have a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. It's Trojan basketball on Power 106.2 and 1350 KDIO. At the end of this game, we will select our Pizza Ranch player of the game. Eric and I, we've had some problems here lately because everybody's about eligible for that. And that's kind of the way it is tonight, too. Yeah. Trojans with it. Botker now, top of the key over the left side, Tanner Rademacher. He's looking low, but nothing there. Now they tried to force it into Wigman, and he didn't see the pass, and it goes into the hands of Ritter. Up court they go. Pat Rock with it. Rock now over to LeClaire. LeClaire looking inside. Now he looks to drive. Now dishes to Ritter. Ritter, shot knocked out of his hands, and Tanner Rademacher grabbed it, put it in the hands of Botker before he went out of bounds. And now Jordan will push it up for the Trojans. Jordan looks to drive, dishes back to Tanner from three-point land, off the mark. Rebound comes down into the hands of Backman. And Quackenbush will push it up. 1:20 to play, first half. Quackenbush drive, gets the shot and foul. Oh, what a nice play by Eric Quackenbush. Boy, sure did. Nate picks up, by the way, his third foul, and he'll go sit on the bench right now, and Dan Roush will come in for the Trojans. Quackenbush looking to complete the three-point play, and he does. 36-24, the lead's down to 12 now for the Trojans. Botker, guarded by LeClaire. Now over left side, it's Tanner Rademacher. Tanner, back out to Dan Roush. Quackenbush all over him. Tanner now tried to get it to Botker. Oh, what a nice job by Botker. Boy, good hands by Jordan. Now we're going to get a foul down low. I think that's going to be on Backman, and if that's on Backman, that'll be 3, and it is. Steve Hartman and Josh Backman, 2 starters each with 3 fouls. First free throw by Jordan Botker is no good. Hines will check in now for Backman. Now Andy Ross ready to check in, and he'll come in for Dan Roush. Ben Reimer's back into the game now, and they take out Bruce Ritter. They don't want him to pick up number 3. Jordan's second free throw is off the mark. The rebound comes down to Pat Rock. 53 seconds to play in the first half. Up court they go. Hines is open for the shot. Off the mark. They battle for it. Andy Ross comes down with it. Now Andy pushes it up court to Wigman. Wigman back to Andy Ross. Now Andy drives, dishes it off to Tanner. Tanner drives baseline, and they're going to call travel. LeClaire now in the corner. Trojans double teamed him there. Now Pat Rock has it, gets it up to Hines. Hines will pull up for 3. That's way off the mark. And that'll go out of bounds. Well, he's not afraid to put it up. Well, he come in off the bench, and he's been throwing up some shots. Now Ortonville will play for the last shot here of the half. Jordan Botker with it. Over to Ross Wigman. They play catch. Now 10 seconds, they'll go. Botker back over to Rademacher. Tanner inside to Wigman. Turn around, one-handed shot. Can't get it to go. They battle for it. And that'll end the first half. Well, what a first half. It's the Ortonville Trojans 36 and the CA Spartans 24. Our halftime show coming up in 3 minutes. Live from Alexandria High School. We're ready to get the third quarter underway, and it's CA basketball, and here we go. One of these teams will advance to the championship game tomorrow night. Eric Quackenbush with it now over to the top of the key with Backman. Both teams have their 5 starters back in there. Backman now looks to drive. Nothing there, back out to Quackenbush. Now Quackenbush. Boy, Thompson right there all over him. Hartman now. No. LeClaire drives, puts up the running one-hander, up and in. And that's the first two of the night for Drew LeClaire. Letrude over to Pete Ross. Pete looks inside, now over to Botker. Jordan pulls up for the jumper. Banks it in, Jordan Botker. Oh, yeah. Full court pressure, now a steal. Andy Ross pushes it up court to brother Pete. Back to Andy. He's all alone from three-point land, off the mark. Andy gets his own rebound. Now he'll get it, and actually it's tipped right back into his hands. Now there's Botker breaking to the basket, and he's got it blocked, and now Bachman pulls down with it. Wow, what a sequence there. Quackenbush quickly the other way for CA. Hartman will pull up for three. Count it! Oh, boy. Boy, you got that right. Thompson looking low, now back out left side to Botker, top of the key, Andy Ross. Now Andy swings it right side to Pete. Pete drives, puts it up and in. Nice drive, Pete Ross. Now we're going to get a traveling call in the backcourt on Bachman. Turnover will give it to the Trojans who will inbound it. Well, that's the one thing that impresses me about Pete, Cal, is that he's not afraid of anybody. You know how big they are or what. He loves the challenge. Thompson with it now, lobs it to Botker underneath. There's a nice pass to Letrude. He gets it in for two. LeClaire has it now over the left side. He'll come near the free throw line. Nice pass, but oh, what defense. Nate Thompson knocking that one out of bounds for the Trojans. Ritter has it now in the inbounds play. Back to Hartman. They go low to Ritter. He's all alone up and in. That's 5 for Ritter. 42-31 with 5:19 to play third quarter. Trojans with the lead. Now it's tipped around. Pete Ross able to come down with it. Now he gets it over to Andy Ross. Now we're going to get a foul. I think that's going to be on LeClaire. And for Drew LeClaire, that'll be his second. Dan Roush into the game now, inbounds it, and Andy Ross has it now for the Trojans. Over to Dan Roush. Over now to Tanner Rademacher, who's also in the game. They tried to go low. The Botker, stolen. Bachman with it, and the other way we go. With it is LeClaire, pulls up, can't get it, Wigman with the board. Now he'll give it off to Botker, and up court they go to Dan Roush, over to Tanner Rademacher. Tanner drives, we're going to get a charging call on Tanner Rademacher. Got that right. Backcourt pressure, now Quackenbush crosses the center line. He'll give it off to Hartman. He'll throw up another one. That's no good. They battle for it. It goes out of bounds. And it's going to stay CA basketball. They'll inbound it underneath their own hoop. Hartman will do the honors here. He'll get it in now to Quackenbush. Over to LeClaire. LeClaire drives, dishes. We're going to get a foul before it. I don't know who it's on. Tanner looks disappointed, and that's who it is. Tanner Rademacher picks up number 3, so he and Nate each with 3 fouls for the Trojans. Second team foul for the Ortonville Trojans. Now Bachman with it. Over to Quackenbush. Quackenbush now out near center timeline. Now drives. Dishes up left hand, no good. Now we're going to get another foul. Uh-oh. No. And that's where he'll spend most of his time now. We've got 4:15 to go in the third quarter. Ortonville leads 42-31 over CA. The winner meets Hillcrest Lutheran Academy tomorrow night at 7 o'clock right back here in Alexandria. Wigman with it. Back over now to Andy Ross. Andy tried to get it to Wigman. Now we're going to get an over and back call. Ross wasn't looking for that pass back to him. Now we're going to get a Trojan timeout here. Kyle Kirkby not happy. We'll see if he's going full or 40. We'll take a 30-second break and then we'll be back with more action from Alexandria. Andy Ross, Dan Roush, Jordan Botker, Pete Ross, Ross Wigman, the 5 out there for the Trojans. LeClaire, Quackenbush, Backman, Rock, and Ritter, the 5 for the CA Spartans. Backman with it now for Chokia, over to Ritter. Ritter now over to Quackenbush. Dan Roush on him right away. LeClaire, Andy Ross guarding him. LeClaire now gets it over to Quackenbush. Quackenbush drives, reverse layup up and in. Beautiful play by Quackenbush. 9-point lead for the Trojans. Pete back out to Wigman. Top of the key. Wigman now looks to drive. Left-handed shot, no good. Wigman gets his own rebound. It's blocked. Dan Roush pulls it down. Back out to Jordan Botker for 3. Off the back end of the rim. Rebound to LeClaire. LeClaire will push it up for CA. He'll pull up for 3. Off the mark. Dan Roush with the rebound. Now Roush pushes it up. Andy Ross with it for the Trojans. Andy, nice pass. Botker up and in for 2. The other way we go. Ritter puts it up. Oh, and it goes in and out, and Wigman with the rebound. Dan Roush again pushing it up court for the Trojans. Botker with it. Cross courts it to Andy Ross. Pete now with it. He drives. Reverse layup, and he gets it to go. Tried to go low down to Ritter. It's out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to the Ortonville Trojans. Right. We'll be back in 30 seconds. It's Trojan basketball here on KDIO and Power 106. Trojans will bring it up court here. Nate Thompson is back into the game now for Ortonville. Over to Andy Ross. Over to Letcher. Skip. Top of the key. Now back over to Pete Ross. Right side, Pete. In the corner now to Andy. Andy back to Pete. Pete drives. And he's fouled on the way to the hoop. I think they're going to get Ritter for a foul on this one. And if so, that'll be his third. So Pete will go to the free throw line. Pete with 6 points tonight. And his first free throw is off the mark, no good. If everything holds true, he will make this one. Usually it's that first one that's tough, and then the second one goes right through like nothing. Oops. If it don't hold true. Now Skip Letcher is going to pick up the foul over the back. His second foul. The Trojans will put on the full court pressure here. Quackenbush in the backcourt. Now back to Backman. Rock with it. Back to Quackenbush. Reimers back to Ritter. He banks it up and in. Nice play. Thompson with it now for Ortonville. Nate has it knocked out of bounds. It'll be Chokia-Alberta basketball. We've got 1:38 to play. It's 46-35. Trojans with an 11-point lead. But CA just won't go away. Boy, they keep battling. Quackenbush walks it up now. Rock with it left side. Andy Ross guarding him. He drives, running one-hander. Can't even get it close, and Pete Ross pulls it down, and he gives it off to brother Andy. Nate Thompson back to Andy Ross, over to Dan Roush. Dan over in the right corner now to Pete. Pete drives in the paint, dishes it to Andy. Andy's open for three, off the mark. Rebound comes down to Backman. Boy, he's played quite a ball game tonight, Backman has. Under a minute to go now in the third quarter. Quackenbush over to Backman, back to Ritter. Ritter looks low. He's got Reimers, back to Backman. He looks to drive. Now we're going to get a blocking foul on Pete Ross, and that'll be Pete's second foul.
Pete Ross starts with the second personal, fourth team foul.
Make a decision here to block into the charge, and Josh Backman goes the good direction again here.
Reimers now lobs it into Ritter. Ritter has it knocked out of his hands by Letchard, into the hands of Andy Ross. Up court, Pete with it. Now to Thompson in the corner, give and go to Pete. Pete puts up a shot, can't get it to go, but he's fouled, and he'll shoot two. Boy, he just makes something happen when he drives and touches the basketball. It's amazing and fun to watch.
Fourth team foul. Pete Ross shooting three.
I agree. Pete misses both the free throws, and he's not happy with himself. So with 33 seconds to play in the third quarter, CA has it. LeClaire, left side. Looking down low for Reimers, now gets it to him, but Reimers on the wing, cross courts at the Rock. He'll throw up a long one, off the mark. They battle for it, and Letchard pulls it down. 16 seconds, pushes it up to Dan Roush. Trojans will play for the final shot here. Thompson with it at 10, now they'll go. Nate looks to drive, dishes to Letchard, back to Roush. Roush, back to Letchard, it's knocked out of bounds. Oh, I thought it went off CA. 3 seconds, it's CA's ball. Quackenbush, long shot. Oh, yes, it was. 3 quarters are in the books. It's Ortonville 46, Chicago 35. A great 8 minutes coming up. We'll be back in 1 minute. Live from Alexandria and on Power 106.3 and 1350 KDIO. Bringing you all the action tonight. Trojans will get it to start the fourth quarter. Tanner Rademacher's into the game now for Ortonville. He'll swing it over to Wigman, who's also in the game. Over to Andy Ross. Now to Tanner. Left corner. Back out to Jordan. Jordan cross going over to Wigman. Wigman back over to Andy Ross. Andy looked at a three, passed it up now to Tanner. And Tanner traveled with the basketball. Turnover. Gives it back to CA. Steal by Nate Thompson, but he's going to pick up the foul, and that'll be Nate's fourth foul. Hartman's back into the game now with 4 fouls for the CA Spartans. LeClaire, Ritter also has 4 for CA. Just underway fourth quarter. Trojans with an 11-point lead. Nice pass underneath, and Rack puts it up and in. Jordan Vodka drives. And it goes out of bounds. It'll stay Ortonville basketball. Boy. Yes, there was. Nothing called. Now Dan Rouse will come in for Nate Thompson. Absolutely. Trojans swing it around now. Rouse into the corner to Andy Ross. Back to Dan Rouse. Now over to Jordan Bachman. Jordan over to Wigman. Now Ross will drive. Put up a running left-handed shot. No good. And Ritter comes down with it. Quackenbush. Now this could be interesting possession here. A big one for CA. They look low. There's Hartman. But they're going to get Jordan Bacher with the foul. His second.
Jordan Bacher is charged with his second personal, 6-team foul.
So CA will inbound it. Hartman inbounds it now, gets it to Quackenbush. Over to Pat Rack. Now Hartman back to Quackenbush. Rock with it, back out to Hartman. Now Hartman drives. Lays it up, no good. Rebound comes down, and a battle for it. It's kicked around. It's going to go out of bounds, and for a run hustle. Dan Rouse and Skip Letcher both diving for that one. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay CA basketball. Quackenbush now. Rock with it over to LeClaire. LeClaire to Hartman. Hartman to Rock. Turnaround jump shot. Count it. Oh, he's feeling it. Andy Ross. This is over to Letcher. Back to Bacher. Pete Ross with it. Pete, nice pass to Letcher. Puts it up and in. Oh, boy, does he ever. Rock has it now for the Spartans. Hartman in the left corner. Playing off the screen. He'll pull up for the shot. A three-pointer for Hartman. 5.5 to play. Letcher now for the Trojans. Down low to Pete Ross. Pete puts up the shot. They're going to draw the foul. Pat Rock will pick it up, his second. Pete's 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Count it. Big shot there for Pete. Now Bachman's going to come back in here, and he'll come in for LeClaire. Second shot for Pete coming up. 49 to 42 with 5.5 to play in the basketball game. Pete's second shot is off the mark. Battle for, and Bachman wins the battle in the corner. Over to Quackenbush. 7-point lead for Chokia-Alberta. Bachman with it now, right side. Dribbles out now to Quackenbush. Eric drive. Nice pass to Ritter. Count it. Yep. That's the first foul on Eric Quackenbush, and I don't think he's gone out of the game yet. Right. Nice pass from Grosson. Oh, Skip overshot the hoop, and CA's got it. Can cut the lead down here. They trail by 5. 4:41 to play. Mad Rock with it. Now Rock, running left-hander. He gets it. Oh, man. Football game, my friend. Jordan Bacher with the basketball for Ortonville. Over to Andy Ross. Now Dan Roush. They're going to play catch. Little perimeter game here. Back to Roush. Letu. Back to Roush. Over to Andy Ross. Andy over to Bacher. Quackenbush on him. Now over to Dan Roush. Now Dan looks to drive. Penetrates. Letu. Skip. Triple team. Gets the ball back now to Jordan Bacher. They keep swinging it around. 3:48 to play. Now Roush will drive. Lay it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound. I think we're going to get a traveling call. Trojans going to be CA basketball. Pete Ross better watch out because he's breathing some words he shouldn't. Referees thankfully didn't see or hear any of that because that could have been not a good time for that. CA can either tie it or be down by one here. Trailing 46 by 3. Shot put up by Rock. Rebound to Thompson. Now Nate's going to kind of slow things down here a little bit. Go to Thompson. Over to Letcher. Skip. Gets it back out to Andy Ross. Pete has it now in the corner. We've got 3 minutes to play in the game. Pete drives, banks it up, can't get it to go. They battle for it, and they're going to get a foul underneath. I think Backman's going to pick it up, and that'll be number 4 on him. Okay. Wigman into the game, as is Leclerc. Wigman comes in for Letcher. Leclerc comes in for, I believe, Pat Rock. So Pete will go to the free throw line. Pete hits that one. And he gets that one to go as well. 51-46 with 2:53 to play in the game. CA with it. Hartman at the top of the key. Pete's going to pick up his 3rd foul. So Eric Quackenbush will go to the free throw line. No good. Rebound Ritter. Oh, what a big board for CA. Leclerc with it now. Over to Backman. Backman back to Quackenbush. Oh, and he tries to go low, and Ritter does run it down. Gets it to Hartman. Fakes the shot. Now puts it up and in. .220 to play. It's a 3-point Trojan lead. Andy Ross drives, gets the shot to go. Well, you know, seniors got to step up, and there's a steal by Thompson. Into the hands of Pete Ross. Back to Nate Thompson. Now 1:59 to go. Nate tried to force one down low, but it's going to be a kick on CA, so what people. In this basketball game, the winner of this game will meet the Hillcrest Lutheran Academy Comets for the Section 5A Championship tomorrow night at 7 o'clock right here in Alexandria High School. Oh boy, no way. Hillcrest is looking tough. CA comes back onto the court. The Trojans will inbound it. Andy Ross to do the honors. Andy gets it into Nate Thompson. Now Nate will dribble it back out on top, and we'll start the weaving game here. Bacher with it now for the Trojans. Over to Andy Ross. Andy back to Jordan Botker. Jordan back out now to Nate Thompson. Nate back over to Andy Ross. Near steal there by CA. Andy dishes it to Peak, to Jordan, back to Nate. Minute 30 to go in the basketball game. Now Nate drives, dishes to Wigman, drives, puts it up and in. He drives, nice pass, Ritter up and in. LeClaire fouls Andy Ross. And Andy will go to the free throw line. Andy's got 2 points tonight, but it was a big 2 points. They were struggling, and he made a penetrating move and got the shot to go. I said all along, Cal, all week, or since this game was on the schedule, I knew this was going to be a tough game. This is the third time they played, and for folks who don't know Chokia-Alberta, they have got a great basketball team. Andy hits the free throw. He'll get one more. Second shot for Andy Ross coming up. And he's in and out. Rebound to Hartman. Quickly into the hands of Quackenbush, who brings it up. 56-50. Trojans with a 6-point lead with a minute to play. LeClaire drives. Dish to Ritter. He gets it to go and he's fouled. Oh, my. And he completes the three-point play. It's 56-53 with exactly 1 minute to play in this basketball game. Now Dan Roush will check into the game here for the Trojans. He'll come in for George Botker. Nate Thompson will inbound it. Nate gets it into Dan Roush. Dan brings it up for the Trojans. Gets it up now to Pete. Pete back out on top to Nate Thompson. They're going to make him come out and foul him, and Nate will go to the free throw line. Boy, does it ever. Okay. Nate Thompson to the free throw line. Nate has 10 points, all 10 coming in the first half. Yes, he has. Backman in now for LeClaire. Free throw, bounces around and in. Oh, boy. Yes, it is. Makes it a 4-point lead. Nate's second shot coming up. And he gets it to go. Quackenbush will push it up quickly for CA with 48 seconds to play, and it's a 5-point Trojan lead. Backman with it. Backman swings it now over the Rock. Rock guarded by Botker. Rock back over to Backman. Boy, they're going to have to do something here quick. Now we're going to get a timeout. This is a full timeout, so we'll take a 1-minute break. Back with Fit for a final 33 seconds in 1 minute. Action resumes here. Shot put up by Hartman. And it was no good, and Wigman pulls down the rebound, and Ross Wigman will go to the free throw line. Pat Rack picks up the foul, and that'll be his third. Pat Rock, excuse me. Free throw is no good for Wigman. He'll get one more here. And that one he nails. Quackenbush with 17 seconds to play. Over to Hartman. There's the shot. Oh, he hits a three-pointer for Steve Hartman. They'll put the pressure on. Wigman in the backcourt. He's fouled by Ritter. Oh, what a shot. Ritter picked up the foul. That was number 5 on him, so he's gone. Wigman's free throw is good. Yeah. Thought it was funny after Hartman made the shot and they called the foul. Pete Ross went over and shook his hand and said, "What a shot." That's pretty classic. Tad Rockwood with 5 seconds to go. No fouls. He'll throw up a long one. Doesn't go. The Oakville Trojans have won 60-56, and they'll advance to the championship game tomorrow night at 7 o'clock against Hillcrest Lutheran Academy. We'll come back with our post-game show in 3 minutes here on KDIO and Power 106.3.